Ladies and gentlemen, dear followers of NENECOM TV, welcome to our English program, Let's Improve Our English. This program consists of interviewing teachers, students, and anybody using English. We generally broadcast some lessons which can permit students and professionals to enhance their English level. Today, our guest is Mr. Magassouba, teacher at NSUP. He is going to talk about his experiences in teaching English language. Thank you, Mr. Magassouba, for accepting our invitation.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. The first question is, who is Mr. Magassouba?
Yeah, I said that this is not easy to answer, but I will do my best. If not, I will tell you whatever I want to tell you, even untrue things. Okay. So, yeah, Youssouf MAGASSOUBA, I'm a Fulbright alumnus, and I was placed in Menkedo, University State Menkedo, 2009-2011, and I came back to Mali in 2011, and started teaching as a part-time teacher at Flash, and now I'm at NSUP as a full-time teacher at NSUP, and I'm in charge of teaching the 4 skills plus methodology.
Good. Teachers are supposed to develop some skills in learners: speaking, reading, writing, and listening. What's the best way to develop them?
Okay. Just I will say that there is no best way. There is not one way, only one way of doing things. As teachers, we have a lot of abundant method in our in our methodology store. We can resort to those how to teach effectively. And I don't think there is one skill which is outstanding, that which is more than better than the others. No. It's all those skills are equally weighted. They're equally weighted.
Okay, good. Generally, participation of students in class is an issue. What would you suggest us to do, or what can we do in order to motivate students?
As simple as it is, it depends on what you offer. If students have some interest, or what you offer, the topics you're talking about reflect their interest, I think look for children, for example, when you're in front of the TV, give them the cartoons. They will be concentrated and look. So it depends on the authentic materials, reading material, listening material, whatever you are doing, it depends on this. And if I want to come back to your question, for example, I will take each skill. I will take reading. You have to expose the student, to genuine, authentic text, that recall them something, remind them, something. So this is reading exposed to the print, because you have to read a lot for pleasure, for studies, for academic things. And then when it comes to listening, we have BBC, CNN in our context today. We have a lot of sample listening on the internet. So the students, you can ask students, encourage them to go, because the listening session in our classroom, I teach listening also, only for 1 hour, 2 hours. I think this is not a lot. So they need to practice. And those radio, TV, they have to go online, they have to go and then when it comes to writing, you have to teach them, how to write. And the most important thing is how to gather ideas in this endeavor, how to gather the ideas to write your paper, how to gather the materials to write your paper. And then they know how to write a good paragraph, an intro, a good introduction, a support, and a conclusion, for paragraph and essay. So you have to go through all this. And the last one is listening. Yeah, I said you have to expose. Listening, reading, speaking.
Yes, speaking.
Yeah, speaking. I will encourage my student beyond the classroom to go to the English clubs here, to go to conferences, to attend conferences. Because if you are here, you have to run what I said, the extra mile. You have to do whatever, not only in class, but outside the classroom. And this will help a lot.
Okay, good. So in terms of materials, for instance, at school, do you think that it's easy for teachers to get necessary materials in order to improve students' listening and speaking or writing skills?
Yeah, because in the past, the teacher were relying most on the books. Said there is no book, but the teacher or any good teacher may be innovative, may be imaginative, you know, how to come up with his own resources. We know we are in a low resource context in Mali. You know, I mean, there is not, I will say, no libraries, no good libraries. We have libraries, but you don't find any relevant books. So, and this is a big problem.
Yes.
So, you know, you have to be imaginative. You know, you have to be, you know, creative, a teacher, innovative, you know, and find your own way of doing that. Yes, those books are, you know, from research, it's true, but sometimes they are not even relevant to your classroom situation. So you, teacher himself, can do a lot, you know, in our context, in a low resource context.
Okay, good. So knowing that English is the second widely spoken language in the world, in Mali, it's introduced in school system in grade 7. What can be the impact of this late introduction in learning this language?
Yeah, I will say again that it's for the public school, but in most of the private school today, you know, the guys, they learn English from grade 7, even grade 1, you know, because they all know that the parents know, everybody knows the importance of English. So, to come to your question, I don't think starting English at grade 7, I don't see it has been too damaging to our educational system. No, because you have a lot of good students. They didn't go anywhere. They learn a lot here in Mali, in Bamako, in our school, particularly at NSUP here, at Flash, at EFM, okay? Wherever they go. And this is here in Mali. So this is very important. So I want to say, maybe they may increase the number of hours. It is the free hours, as far as I know, grade 7,
yes,
grade 8, grade 9, and the high school probably the same thing. Yes. So we need maybe probably the governments, I mean, those people who decide this, the inspectors, they need to think about how to increase the number of hours in the junior high school, you know.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Beside of teaching at NSUP, Mr. Magassouba is in charge of quality assurance.
Yeah.
Mr. Magassouba, what's quality assurance?
Quality assurance. This is something really new here. But in Nigeria or in the United States, I think everything started in the United States. You know, this is 100 of years, but in Nigeria maybe 50 years. But in Mali, it's a new concept for people. They don't know. Even professors, they ask, what is quality assurance? So quality assurance deals with how to improve, you know, whatever our practices, how to make our school better, how to make our teaching better, how to make ourselves better. So whatever to do, it means to comply with, you know, some standards universally accepted in the world. And if you go to America, you see a lot of standards, you know, the same thing. It's, you know, about standards, you know, to comply with standards universally accepted, you know, in the world.
Okay, good. Mr. Magassouba, seeing you speaking English like this, I think you are speaking like native speakers, American or from Britain or from other English-speaking countries. Magassouba, what's your secret? Okay,
there is no secret, and far from, I think you are kidding me, saying that my accent now, I work a lot on my accent in America, still have some, you know, heavy accent. But the problem is not, you know, sounding like an American or a British. The problem is, the issue is to make yourself understood. This is the most important thing today in teaching English. Many students, they think if they don't speak like an American, and this is difficult, and sometimes it does not depend on you. There are things you want to do in a language, but you can't do it. So the goal, my goal, you know, for me and myself, it is not to sound like an American, nor a Briton, but a British guy, yes, a Briton, but you know, a British citizen. But you know, it's about to improve and to reduce your accent. When you talk to a native speaker, he will understand you. When he speaks to you, you make effort also to understand. This is, I think, the goal of learning English in our context here.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
And yeah, because you're right, not sound like an American, but I spent 2 years in the United States. I got the Fulbright scholarship, for scholarship. I said I'm a Fulbright alumnus, so I went there, and then I was with those guys, and I went into, I work a lot with the community, so then this will help us, If not, we did not take any single, I did not take any single class, English class, I want to say. I just went to my, major, which is TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. Okay?
Okay, good. The following question is to know if you used to see or to meet some students speaking English or very fluent in English learning or speaking.
I have innumerable cases. I have a lot of students here. I've been observing those guys, a lot of. And it's difficult to say names because Boire, Nakani, Denise Bayo, Aramata, who is now pursuing her PhD in the United States, because some of our students, they got the Fulbright scholarship, the same scholarship I got, and they continue, they pursue their studies. So Jabate, Mr. K, who is doing a great job, with online TV in English.
Yes,
so, a lot of things, and they're all graduate, and none of those guys travel to any foreign country, to learn English. So this means that we can improve. We already have some students who want to learn. Despite all the difficult situation here, they are able, to get to this level of proficiency, and which is really, that's something that I really appreciate. I even extol.
Okay, good. Mr. Magassouba, we continue with questions, but we're getting close, okay, to the end of this interview.
Yeah.
Mr. Magassouba, what's your last word to your followers?
Yeah, I think, English today, it is not only for, those people who specialize in English, who have the degree in English. It is for everybody. And I think in Mali, people now know that, because English has become a kind of national quest, like in some Asian countries, like in Korea, that you have to speak, you must speak English. And this trend is what I'm seeing here in Mali. How many people call me about their children, how to assess them, their English, how to propose them some good language program. So everybody is aware now of the importance of learning English. And I think this is the right thing. If you want to compete in this global world, which is really very competitive, and English will help you a lot. Will help you a lot.
Okay, good. So thank you very much, Mr. Magassouba, for sharing your experience with the followers of NENECOM TV. So it has been a great honor for me to have you as interview.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you very much.
Yeah, this is so great. You are one of our students, and we have many like this. So this is great. And at our time at NSIP here, this is a long past. There was no such things, no such things at NSIP. Now we have a lot of TV. How many TV come to my office here? We have the national ORTM, national TV. We have Mr. K online education. We have a lot, offering, doing programs like, and all this will help our our students and the learner, to improve, because they know where to go. They know where to get this kind of, and everything is going to be improved.
Yes.
So really, I thank you a lot for stopping by, and this is really encouraging.
Likewise.
And I hope it's not going to be the last.
No, it won't be the last.
Exactly.
Okay, we will be back for more information.
All right.
And for more sessions.
Brother, I like this.
So thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. So thank you.
Dear followers of NENECOM TV, today we were with Mr. Magassouba, teacher at NSIP, to share his experience about English language teaching. I'm sure you took note of what he said, which is his experience. For more information about our program, our contact is 79080909. So thank you very much and see you for next program.